What is up, members of my collector corps? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we will be taking a look at the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla Singular Point Rodan 2021 Second Form. Rodan was revealed a bit after Jet Jaguar's reveal, but it was for Rodan's second form, which is what you're seeing right now. And this figure is a special case because they encourage you to buy multiple figures to army build. The last figure that did that was, I believe, the Alien Warrior. I only barely count the Destroyer Evolution set. One Rodan will run you $56 MSRP, and it's also a web exclusive. Will this figure be worth getting, let alone buying multiple in case you want to build a Rodan army? Well, let's see if one or more Rodans deserves a spot on your shelf. Rodan is pretty spot on to the model used in the anime. The pattern he has all over his body is clean and painted very nicely, and features excellent blending and shading on his wings, both front and back. Gorgeous work. His fleshy, oversized face is also spot on to the model. All the webbing and flesh details are present and look pretty creepy. The cool kind of creepy. And this is another variation of Rodan with teeth. Sculpt on his stomach and back don't have any issues. The only real issue with Rodan I can name is how the articulation breaks up the sculpt on the wings, but at the same time, it was also kind of necessary just to get the proper posing out of him. So I can't really deduct points from that simply because I don't know how it could have been done better. Rodan looks solid, matches his on-screen look, so nothing wrong here.
Rodan's articulation is kind of situational in a sense that you can mostly get him into flying poses, and standing is not ideal because you can't really get him to stand with his wings relaxed. I mean, I guess this is a pretty okay way of doing it, but you see that he's off balance. Yeah, he doesn't balance too well. Well, I guess this works. But still, it's like, you know, they tried. I honest to God do see that they tried. It was kind of hard putting articulation in a design like this. I have some problems with it, even despite the necessary troubles. So let's go over it. So head has excellent range of movement. He can look pretty much all the way up and can look some down, can look side to side, and of course he can go all over the place. And his beak can open to reveal his many rows of teeth. There's a ball joint in his waist, so he can wiggle around, can go a bit backward for flight poses, and can also crunch a little bit forward. There's another ball joint on his waist area right here. So, yeah, in total, he can go back really far. Crunching forward, not so much. These shoulder things are sleeves to hide any gaps in the sculpt. But wings are on ball joints, so you can have them flap up and down. Or rotate. Ooh, did not like that sound. There's a ball joint here on this segment on the wing, and there's another ball joint on this segment on the wing. So, of course, he can have them all the way out, or folded up. And his hands are on swivels, so if you want to put him in a crawling pose, it's possible. I mean, we saw that in the promotional images. There's a ball joint here, so he can kick his legs forward. Although, without a knee joint, his legs just look kind of stiff. I mean, you put articulation everywhere, as everywhere as you could, and you couldn't even put in like a knee joint. Oh, great. Well, yeah, ball joint. Yeah, you get a thigh swivel, all that, and toes on a hinge. No ball joint in the tail. I mean, obviously, there would have been an extremely small ball joint, so I will allow it. So, Rodan's articulation, yeah, what they were trying to do, I see it. But he's a bit awkward to handle. Which I want to blame the design, but I don't know if I can. Here's him in a crawling position, and it works. But like, besides him, he's not as dynamic as the articulation on Monsterverse Rodan, which something just feels off. As a reviewer, I should know how to explain it and describe it, but I kind of don't. Something just feels off. I don't get it. Like, yeah, I have fun like posing him when he's flying, but I don't know. Something just feels off with this. I don't know what. Maybe there should have been more articulation in the legs. Like maybe just one more ball joint for the knees, if that was even possible. Maybe it was in conceptual stages, but the prototype kept breaking. I don't know. Just going off a limb of all these guesses. So, yeah, I don't know. Something feels off. So I don't hate the articulation, but I don't hate the articulation. Rodan is still fun to pose if you know how to utilize him. I don't know. But he does need a flight stand to fly, so here it is. The clamp is on a ball joint. Unlike previous Rodan figures, the base for him is not an Act 4 arm, which I would have much preferred over this. Anyway, the clamp is molded for Rodan's belly, to have him easily stand on there and secure. So, thank God for that. And miniature baby Rodans. Well, these are not baby Rodans. It's just a swarm of Rodans. They don't have any paint details. They're just one solid molded color, a casted color. There's 8 of them. These are 4. They come with their own bendy wire, so you can adjust their height or angle by utilizing the bendy wire. So that's cool. You know, to make them look like they're attacking Godzilla or joining Rodan. It's nice for display. And the wires attached to this base right here. They attach to this base, which goes into the Tamashii stage. The other pegs of the Tamashii stage. Although it is an extremely tight fit when you want to get them out. Yeah, here's the other 4. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it does look pretty nice. It does look pretty nice. So Rodan's accessories are pretty good, and this is perfect if you are a fan of army building some stuff. So yeah, I do enjoy the accessories. I just wish, again, his arm was the Act 4 arm instead of, you know, this stiff base that they provided for us. But c'est la vie.
Here's a size comparison with other figures you may or may not own. Rodan is pretty small, just about as small as Fire Rodan. Not a bad thing though. But Rodan mainly is in scale with Jet Jaguar, since Rodan was not as big as Godzilla in the anime, and design-wise clashes with the live-action monsters. Yeah, Rodan does scale well only with Jet Jaguar and other monsters, in case this is your only Rodan. It's hard for me to say how well this works. Rodan is okay, and I definitely don't regret my purchase, but I feel some parts could have been better. This figure is so weird and gives me so many mixed feelings. Sometimes I have fun with them, other times I don't. I don't know if I'm overanalyzing them for the review, or I can't tell if this figure is good or bad. It's in the middle, more good than bad though. This figure is an enigma for me. I genuinely did not know how to review this figure. I tried though, and whether you think this was an okay analysis is entirely up to you. I can only recommend Rodan if you're a completionist or a fan of the anime, and only diehard fans of the anime or Godzilla should buy multiple. I hesitate to give him a score since I don't know if it'll be accurate to how mixed I feel on this figure. Like I said, sometimes good, sometimes bad, but like I said, more good than bad, so I'll give Rodan a 6.5 out of 10.